The arena has already seen blood spilled, but the real challenge begins now. After 3 brutal rounds, we've reached the halfway point of Fallout Fight Club. The fighters still standing have spent their caps, upgraded their weapons, and reinforced their armor. But from this moment forward, there will be no more upgrades. No stronger weapons, no tougher armor. What they carry into the arena now is what they fight with until the end of the tournament. And the arena itself is about to become far more dangerous. Starting in round 5, traps will begin appearing in the fight pit. Some will be chosen by me, and the others will be voted on by you in the comments. That could mean a Stimpak lying on the ground, a spinning blade trap, a flamethrower turret, or whatever other horrors the Wasteland can throw into the arena. From here on out, it's not just the fighters you have to worry about, it's the arena itself. Welcome to round 4 of Fallout Fight Club. First up in round 4, we have a fighter who's proven she can survive the Wasteland. The Vault Dweller enters the arena with 2 wins and 1 loss, armed with a shock baton, protected by Vault-Tec armor and wearing a Vault-Tec helmet. She brings both discipline and technology into the fight pit. Across from her stands a fighter, still searching for his first victory. The Machete brother steps into the arena with 3 losses, but desperation can be just as dangerous as experience. He's bringing a machete, road leathers, and a Raider chest piece and a batting helmet. Crude Wasteland gear built for brutal close combat. One fighter is trying to stay on the path to the finals. The other is just fighting to prove he belongs in the arena. Vault Dweller versus Machete brother. Round 4 begins now.
What the? Let's
Fight!
do this. I ain't letting you get me.
Figure you won't just run, right?
Oh my arm!
Whoa, you win!
Glad that's over.
Out here, you gotta take things one day at a time.
The fight opens with both fighters swinging hard right out the gate. Steel clashes as they trade blows, blocking and countering in quick successions. But every strike from the Vault Dweller's shock baton sends jolts of electricity through the Machete brother. Machete brother managed to break the rhythm with a hard kick to the gut, staggering the Dweller. He charges forward to press the advantage, but she quickly recovers and trips him, landing a solid strike as he struggles back to his feet. Realizing he's losing ground, Machete brother turns and runs, trying to create some distance.
Run, right?
He pivots and charges back in, but the Vault Dweller meets him with a spinning strike. He barely blocks it in time, but the voltage crackles up his arm, clearly taking its toll. In desperation, he sweeps her legs out, sending the Vault Dweller to the ground. Even shaken from electricity, he managed to land several solid blows, opening a nasty cut along her arm. But the Vault Dweller isn't finished. She grabs him and hauls him up and slams him to the ground. The Machete brother cries out for mercy, shouting that she's won, but the arena has no room for surrender. One final strike to the top of his helmet sends him crashing back down. The winner is the Vault Dweller. Next up in round 4, we have a clash between 2 fighters with identical records. Entering the arena first is the Machete sister, coming with 2 wins and 1 loss. She's armed with a serrated machete, wearing road leathers reinforced with a Raider chest piece. Fast, aggressive, and built for close quarter slaughter. Across from her stands one of the most brutal fighters in the tournament, the Rebar warrior. Also with 2 wins and 1 loss, steps in the pit clad in Rebar armor and assault gas mask. In her hands is a terrifying weapon, a sledgehammer fitted with puncturing spikes capable of crushing armor and bone alike. Both fighters know what's at stake. Both fighters have already proven they can win. Only one of them walks out with a 3rd victory. Machete's sister versus the Rebar warrior. Round 4, Battle 2. Fight!
Let's do this. Think I'm scared? Huh? You won't just run, right? Guess my good karma's paying off.
The fight begins with the Machete's sister striking first, landing a solid slash across the Rebar warrior's chest armor, but she doesn't get time to capitalize. The Rebar warrior answers immediately, bringing her spiked sledge crashing down on the Machete's sister's shoulder. The impact is brutal and the damage is obvious. You can see in her movement. The sister is already staggered. She tried to circle, tried to recover, looking for another opening, but the Rebar warrior gives her no time. One devastating swing of the sledgehammer connects square with her face, dropping her instantly to her knees. The fight is over almost as quickly as it began. The winner, the Rebar warrior. Next up in round 4, we've got a clash between raw power and deadly speed. Entering the arena first is the heavy hitter, holding a record of 1 win and 2 losses. She steps into the pit wearing a baseball uniform reinforced with Diamond City umpire armor and a batting helmet, protecting her head. In her hands is a brutal weapon, a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire, built to tear through flesh with every swing. Across from her stands one of the fastest fighters in the tournament. Dr. G enters with 2 wins and 1 loss, armed with his serrated knife, known for his speed and aggression. He spent his caps in the last round on Psycho, giving him a burst of savage power, but leaving him without any new gear upgrades going into this fight. One fighter springs crushing strength, the other brings speed and precision. Heavy hitter versus Dr. G. Round 4 continues. Fight!
Ugh, I'm gonna be sick. Out here, you gotta take things one.
The fight opens with a heavy hitter landing a solid strike right out the gate, the barbed wire bat cracking into Dr. G before he can get his rhythm. Dr. G tries to respond, but something looks off. He's not blocking well and he's barely getting any attacks through. You have to wonder, is he dealing with a psycho withdrawal after burning it all in the last fight? The heavy hitter doesn't give him time to recover. A third brutal swing connects and cripples his arm, leaving him struggling to defend himself. In desperation, Dr. G throws a kick to the gut to create some space. He rushes forward and finally manages to slice a cut into her, but it barely slows her down. The heavy hitter answers immediately with another savage swing. Then the finishing blow comes, a devastating strike to Dr. G's chest that sends him crashing to the ground. The fight is over, and the winner, the heavy hitter. And now we arrive at the final fight of round 4. Entering the arena first is the old timer, holding a record of 1 win and 2 losses. Don't let the age fool you. She survived the Wasteland longer than most. She stepped into the pit armed with a cane wrapped in barbed wire, with a throwing knife ready for the right moment. Across from her stands another fighter desperate for a win. The fisherwoman enters with 1 win and 2 losses. She's protected by leather armor covering all of her limbs, and in her hands is a vicious fishing hook, a weapon designed to tear, snag, and drag opponents into close combat. Both fighters share the same record. Both fighters need this win to stay alive in the tournament. Only one will walk away with a second victory. Old timer versus fisherwoman. The final fight of round 4 begins now. Fight!
Let's do this.
Shit, something broke.
I ain't letting you get me. God, look at all that blood.
Yes?
The fight begins before the fighters even fully enter the arena. A throwing knife suddenly flies through the air from the old timer, but from this angle it's hard to tell if it actually hits its target. Trying to gain the advantage, the old timer exits from a different door, hoping to catch the fisherwoman off guard. But the fisherwoman saw it coming, and she immediately swings with her hook the moment the old timer steps out the pit. But the old timer blocks the attack instantly, and the two fighters begin trading blows and blocks back and forth in a tight struggle. Then the momentum shifts. The fisherwoman's arm gets crippled, weakening her ability to strike. Moments later, the old-timer throws her hard to the ground. The fisherwoman struggles back to her feet, only to be thrown down again. The old-timer keeps the pressure on, using the momentum to keep her opponent pinned to the ground, refusing to give her any space to recover. The fisherwoman falls once more, and this time, she doesn't get back up. The winner, the old-timer. And that wraps up round 4 of Fallout Fight Club. The Vault Dweller proved once again she's a serious contender. The Rebar Warrior crushed her opponent with overwhelming force. The heavy hitter bounced back with a brutal victory, and the old-timer outplayed the fisherwoman to claim the final win of the round. But from this point forward, the arena is changing. We've reached the halfway point of the tournament, which means no more weapon upgrades and no more armor upgrades. What the fighters have now is what they'll carry all the way to the end, and things are about to get a lot more dangerous. Traps are coming to the arena. That could mean a Stimpak lying on the ground, a blade trap, a flamethrower, or whatever else the Wasteland can throw into the pit. Some traps will be chosen by me, and others will be voted by you in the comments. If you want to help the series, we also now have a Patreon. You can find it linked in the description below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next round of Fallout Fight Club.